line. So watch me bring the fire, set the night light.
BTS have broken barriers that once seemed impossible. They became the first Korean group to top the Billboard Hot 100, sold out stadiums around the world, and helped transform K-pop into a global force. Now, BTS have made another decision that is drawing attention across the music industry. Rather than compete in a newly created Grammy category dedicated to Asian pop music, BTS have chosen not to submit their work. The decision has sparked a broader conversation that extends well beyond a single award. It raises important questions about recognition, representation, and whether global artists should be celebrated through regional categories after already proving they can compete on the world's biggest stage, and Grammy has responded. For the 2027 Grammy Awards, the Academy announced a new category titled Best Asian Pop Music Performance. The award is intended to recognize the growing global influence of pop music from across Asia, following years of international success by artists from South Korea, Japan, China, Thailand, the Philippines, and other parts of the region. The Recording Academy said the category was created to celebrate the depth, diversity, and extraordinary growth of Asian pop music around the world. On the surface, the decision appeared to acknowledge a musical movement that has transformed the global industry over the past decade. Artists from across Asia have built worldwide audiences, topped international charts, and filled stadiums far beyond their home countries. For many fans, the announcement represented long-awaited recognition from one of music's most influential institutions. However, not everyone viewed the new category in the same way. One of the biggest names in global music chose not to participate. The announcement came directly from BTS. In a joint statement shared by all 7 members, the group confirmed that they would not submit their music for consideration at the 2027 Grammy Awards. Their explanation was brief but clear. BTS said they hope their music can be heard and loved for the music itself, rather than being divided by region or language. They also thanked ARMY and everyone who has continued to support them. The decision attracted attention because the new category appeared, at least on the surface, to offer BTS one of their strongest opportunities yet to win a Grammy. Over the years, the group has received multiple Grammy nominations but has never won. With the introduction of Best Asian Pop Music Performance, many industry observers expected BTS to become one of the category's leading contenders. Instead, the group chose not to participate. Their statement did not criticize individual artists or question the achievements of other nominees. Rather, it expressed a broader principle. For BTS, the issue was not whether Asian pop music deserved greater recognition. It was whether music should be recognized through regional categories after artists had already demonstrated they could compete on the global stage. What began as the introduction of a new Grammy category became a wider discussion about how global artists are recognized, and whether expanding representation should come through new regional awards or through greater inclusion in existing categories. BTS's decision quickly became larger than one group or one Grammy category. It reopened a question that has been discussed across the music industry for years. As music has become increasingly global, artists from every region now compete for audiences on the same streaming platforms, appear on the same charts, and perform on the same stages. That has led to an important question. Should international artists be recognized through regional categories? Or should they compete alongside every other artist in the existing Grammy fields? Supporters of the new category believe it provides long overdue recognition for one of the fastest-growing areas of global music. For many artists, it creates another opportunity to be recognized by one of the industry's most prestigious awards. Others believe regional categories risk creating a separate space for artists who have already demonstrated they can succeed in mainstream international competition. BTS's decision brought that difference in perspective into public view. Rather than debating whether Asian pop deserves recognition, the conversation shifted toward how that recognition should be given. It became a broader discussion about inclusion, representation, and what global success means in today's music industry. For the Recording Academy, the new category represents an effort to celebrate the growth of Asian pop music. For BTS, their public statement reflects a different view, that music should ultimately be recognized without being divided by region or language. Those two positions are not necessarily asking the same question. The Recording Academy did not ignore BTS's decision. Following the group's announcement, Recording Academy CEO Harvey Mason Jr. addressed the discussion surrounding the new category and explained why it had been introduced. He said the purpose of Best Asian Pop Music Performance was to recognize what he described as the depth, diversity, and extraordinary growth of Asian pop music around the world. According to Mason, the category was never intended to separate artists from mainstream Grammy competition. Instead, he described it as an additional opportunity to celebrate a musical movement that has become one of the industry's most influential forces. The Academy also emphasized that artists eligible for the new category would still be able to compete in other Grammy categories, provided they met the usual eligibility requirements. While BTS chose not to participate in the new category, the Recording Academy maintained that its goal was to expand recognition rather than limit it. The differing perspectives illustrate a broader challenge facing major international award shows. As music continues to cross languages, cultures, and national borders more easily than ever before, institutions are being asked to find new ways to recognize global success while ensuring artists are not defined solely by where they come from. In that respect, the discussion extends well beyond one group or one award category. It reflects a wider conversation about how the global music industry continues to evolve. Whether people agree with BTS's decision or not, one fact is difficult to dispute. The group has spent more than a decade changing what many believed was possible for Korean artists on the global stage. They became the first Korean act to top the Billboard Hot 100, earned multiple Grammy nominations, addressed the United Nations, and performed in stadia around the world. Long before this latest announcement, BTS had already become one of the most influential groups in modern music. That history is what gives this decision its significance. If the same statement had come from a newer artist, it might have attracted only limited attention. Coming from BTS, it became part of a much larger conversation because of everything the group has already achieved. Their decision has prompted people across the music industry to reflect on what recognition should look like in an era where music moves across borders more freely than ever before. It also demonstrates how artists with global influence can shape conversations beyond their own music. In this case, the discussion is no longer only about the Grammy Awards. It is about how one of the world's biggest music groups has contributed to an ongoing conversation about representation, recognition, and the future of international music. Whether this moment leads to future changes or not, it has already become another chapter in BTS's continuing influence on the global music industry. Award categories will continue to evolve. As music becomes increasingly global, institutions like the Recording Academy will continue to face difficult questions about how artists should be recognized. BTS's decision did not settle that debate. It brought it into sharper focus. The group's statement was not simply about one Grammy category. It reflected a broader view of how music should be judged in an industry where artists regularly cross languages, cultures, and national borders. Whether people agree with that position or not, the discussion has reached far beyond the BTS fan community. It has become part of a wider conversation about recognition, representation, and the future of global music. Moments like these often become more significant with time. Years from now, people may remember this not only as the year the Grammys introduced a new category, but also as the moment one of the world's biggest music groups chose to make a statement about how they wanted their music to be recognized. Thank you for watching Celebrity Brief. Do you think BTS made the right decision by declining the Grammy's new award category? Or do you believe the category is an important step toward recognizing Asian pop on the global stage? Do you think in the future North America will also have its categories as well as Europe? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy thoughtful stories exploring the moments, careers, and cultural shifts shaping entertainment, subscribe to Celebrity Brief.
Show!